Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Field of Dreams by Phil Alden Robinson, starring Kevin Costner. Robinson is a director with whom I'm not familiar at all. I don't believe I've heard of him, but I definitely know of Field of Dreams. This is a movie that was a favorite of my dad's, and he recommended it to me many years ago, but I still haven't watched it yet. Apparently, this is a film which is a mixture of drama, uh, fantasy, and sports. And he told me to look out for the phrase, if you build it, they will come, or something along those lines. I obviously don't have any context for the phrase, but he did warn me that the movie is somewhat emotional, and the sport in question is baseball, which is a sport I know next to nothing about. I'm more into football, soccer as it's known on the other side of the world, MMA, boxing, and some cricket, but only when my home team plays. Anyways, I'm a big fan of Kevin Costner's. I've just watched The Untouchables on the channel. I love that film, so do check that out when you have the time. And I also hope I have a good time with this movie. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reviews and reactions to this movie and over 150 movies, TV shows, early access, and weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along. The link's in the description below, by the way. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Field of Dreams, Robinson, Costner. Let's go. Kevin Costner. He was such a big star back in the day. Field of Dreams. Oh, it's based on a book.
My father's name was John Kinsella. It's an Irish name. He was born in North Dakota in 1896 and never saw a big city until he came back from France in 1918.
Oh.
He settled in Chicago, where he quickly learned to live and die with the White Sox, and was already an old man working at the naval yards when I was born in 1952.
Oh.
After graduation, we moved to the Midwest and stayed with her family as long as we could. Annie and I got married in June of '74. Dad died that fall. I'm 36 years old, I love my family, I love baseball, and I'm about to become a farmer. But until I heard the voice, I'd never done a crazy thing in my whole life.
That was a lot of exposition in like 5 minutes. And he also tried to make it big and unfortunately couldn't. If you build it, he will come.
If you build it, he will come.
Again. And there isn't a soul.
Hey, Annie! Annie, what was that?
What was that? Hey, are you really hearing voices?
Just one.
What did it say?
If you build it, he will come.
This is an important line to the film
If you build what, who will come?
because it's been repeated over and over again. It's almost being set up like a horror movie, but
What?
that makes no sense. Oh! He's seeing a vision. A baseball field. That's Ray Liotta, and I think he's playing one of the famous baseball players, because I saw a picture of him earlier.
I think I know what "if you build it, he will come" means.
Ooh, why do I not think this is such a good thing?
I think it means that if I build a baseball field out there, that shoeless Joe Jackson will get to come back and play ball again.
Yeah, he sounds crazy.
I want to build that field. Do you think I'm crazy?
But I also think if you really feel you should do this, then you should do it.
Oh man, what a supportive wife.
What the hell is he doing?
He's throwing it
Oh.
in the corn.
He's already on it.
The other players kidded him, called him Shoeless Joe, and the name stuck.
The townspeople are all gathering to see if he's actually gone mad. Oh,
It's a good baseball field, Ray.
he actually finished building it
Pretty, isn't it?
so early in the film.
What's gonna happen out there? I can feel it.
He's waiting on something to happen. But the winter is already here.
Considering how much less acreage we have for corn, I say we'll probably almost break even.
Oh man, they're losing money. That's not good news. Interesting use of silence in this scene. It's really helping to build the tension. Is he here? Shoeless Joe? Ray Liotta?
We'll put up some coffee. Why don't you go on outside?
Why aren't they a little freaked out about the fact that a random person in full baseball gear shows up on their field in the middle of the night? But we know that he's dead. So how did Karen see him?
Hi. Ray Kinsella.
Joe Jackson.
Wow. He introduced himself as Joe Jackson, which confirms the fact that he's somehow back from the dead?
I'd wake up at night with the smell of the ballpark in my nose, the cool of the grass on my feet, the thrill of the grass.
He's reminiscing. And I like the slow zoom in this scene. I'm still a little confused as to why he's not freaking the F out seeing a dead baseball player.
Put one right here, huh?
Right?
Was that a home run? I don't know what constitutes a home run.
I played for nothing.
This is an oddly intimate scene.
It's my family.
What's with the lights?
Oh! It seems he can't leave the field.
Mr. Jackson, this is my wife Annie
Interesting.
and my daughter Karen.
Ma'am? Hi.
Are you a ghost?
Good question, Karen.
What do you think?
You look real to me.
Well, then I guess I'm real.
Would you like to come inside?
Thanks. I don't think I can. Can I come back again?
Yeah. I built this for you.
There are others, you know.
Oh. He disappears to the place where he first heard the voice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All 8 of them? They're all here. Oh, are they only visible to the people who believe?
Thanks, Chacoli. That was 68 years ago. Give it up, will you?
They're aware how long they've been gone and what year this is.
Nice.
Oh,
Sorry, kid.
It's okay. I don't mind.
All right, Garrett.
I love how close the father-daughter relationship is.
I thought you two were gonna watch some game.
Because it's not really a game, it's more like a practice.
They don't see them.
Karen, honey, what are you watching?
The baseball man.
Do you see the baseball man right now?
Of course I do.
They couldn't see it.
They don't
This is
believe.
really interesting.
Sharon! Ray! Dinner!
they're all ragging on him.
There's another reason I'm supposed to do it. I feel it. I feel it as strongly as I've ever felt anything in my life. There's a reason.
I dreamt last night you were at Fenway with Terrence Mann.
Was I sitting on the first base?
Holy crap.
I had the same dream.
I'll help you pack.
Oh. I got goosebumps for a second. The moment they realized that they had the same dream.
Nobody leaves to get away from me. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Go away.
If you guys have a travel plan, do let me know. Maybe a month and a half worth of
Down, right
backpacking through the US. That's the software company.
Who the hell are you?
That iconic voice.
Sir, my name's Ray Kinsella.
He's a cynical man.
I've come 1,500 miles to see you at the risk of losing my home and alienating my wife. All I'm asking is 1 minute.
That's fair, I
Please.
guess.
You once wrote, there comes a time when all the cosmic tumblers have clicked into place and the universe opens itself up for a few seconds to show you what's possible.
You're from the 60s.
Well, yeah, actually.
Ow, hey!
So, he doesn't like hippies?
Future, get back while you still can!
I like hippies. Dude, no way. Don't try and fake a kidnapping or a... Don't make it a blackmail situation. You'll land yourself in jail.
What the hell is that?
It's a gun. What do you think it is?
It's your finger.
No, it's not. It's a gun.
He sees right through him.
Something will happen there. I don't know what, but we'll find out when it does.
That won't convince him. Obviously.
Then why are you kidnapping me to a baseball game?
Because of the voices? Don't say that.
A long time ago, about how you always dreamed of playing at Ebbets Field and how sad you felt when they tore it down.
I never said that.
You didn't?
I don't even recall thinking that.
What?
If you just come to this game with me, I swear to God, I will never bother you again. Not even a Christmas card. What do you want?
I want them to stop looking to me for answers, begging me to speak again. I want them to start thinking for themselves, and I want my privacy.
Go the distance.
Oh, a new phrase. Go the distance.
What's the matter?
You didn't see that?
Man didn't see it.
Fine, let's go.
I'm guessing the number 1 there was important somehow.
You got another message, didn't you?
Oh.
You think I'm crazy?
I already think you're crazy.
Moonlight Graham.
Oh.
Saw it!
He saw it.
Oh, what?
Man, we were the only ones who saw it. Did you hear the voice too? It's all right to admit it. It's what told me to find you. Did you hear it?
He's starting to believe.
Go the distance.
Jeez.
Yes. Do you know what it means?
Yes.
Oh.
Follow me. We're looking for an ex-baseball player named Archibald Graham.
Oh, you mean Doc Graham?
No, I think his nickname was Moonlight.
You're a good writer.
So are you.
She recognizes him.
When they cleaned out his office, they found boxes of blue hats
Interesting.
that he never got around to give her.
Oh.
I bet you didn't know that.
So blue is important.
Didn't.
Was important to Dr. Graham. The only thing I can think of that Doc Graham was missing, just like the other Red Sox players, was the fact that he also had an unfulfilled baseball career. That's the only thing I can think that they have in common. Mr. Nixon. The Godfather. One of this year's best. This year's best? Wait, 1972? Godfather came out in 1972. And that's the coat that he always wears. And the umbrella. Oh wow, this is great visual storytelling. And the main motif being played.
My name's Ray Kinsella. I'm from Iowa.
No one's called me Moonlight Graham in 50 years.
Do you mind if I join you? I mean, I'd like to talk to you.
Let's walk over to my office.
It's almost like Graham
What do you want
recognizes
to
him.
talk to me about?
Like an old friend.
I couldn't bear the thought of another year in the minors.
Wow, in the interior set design is different to that of the late 80s. The 70s look different.
Oh, sit down.
That's a model White House in the background.
At the time, you don't think much of it. You know, we just don't recognize the most significant moments of our lives while they happen.
Oh man, this is so true.
What's so interesting about a half an inning that would make you come all the way from Iowa to talk to me about it 50 years after it happened?
I didn't really know till just now, but I think it's to ask you if you could do anything you wanted, if you could have a wish.
And are you the kind of a man who could grant me that wish?
I don't know, I'm just asking.
Chance to squint at a sky so blue that it hurts your eyes just to look at it. To feel the tingle in your arm as you connect with the ball. To run the bases, stretch a double into a triple, and flop face first into third. Wrap your arms around the bag.
Wow, I love how he's talking about baseball. It almost sounds so romantic. It's romanticized.
What would you say if I said yes?
I think I'd actually believe you.
Well, sir, there's a place where things like that happen, and if you want to go, I can take you.
You feel for it. Like it was your child. I can't leave just.
I understand. I do.
I think he physically can't. Just like the baseball players were stuck on the field.
50 years ago, for 5
No
minutes,
regrets?
you came this close. I
I'm
mean,
sure
it
you
would
do
kill
have
some
some
men to get that
regrets.
close to their dream and not touch it. And then I figured maybe we're not supposed to take him with us. I don't know.
And he's somehow transported back to the present. It's kind of interesting how they leave all these fantasy elements to the imagination.
Did for these people?
It's very vague.
Well, your wife called before. She wants you to call us tonight.
I talked to the bank, and I asked them if we could miss a payment or two. And they told me that they had just sold the note on the farm. We don't have the money.
Okay, look,
Wow, Mark is an
gotta
ass.
take Mr. Mann back to Boston first, all right? So it's,
No,
wait a second.
I'm going to Iowa with you.
He's coming along.
Thanks. You're the first car by.
How far are you going?
How far you going?
Iowa.
Well, if it's okay with you, I think I'll just ride along a while. I play baseball.
He plays baseball.
Well, this is your lucky day, kid. We're going someplace kind of like that.
All right.
Sella, this is Terrence Mann.
Hi. I'm Archie Graham.
Archie Graham? He never got closure. I think this is what the movie is ultimately about. Closure. For not only Ray, but all the other characters.
Karen, come here.
There are even more players now. Holy crap. I wonder who the rest of them are.
Hey, Ray. Welcome back. Thanks, Joe.
Oh my God.
Terrence can't believe his eyes.
Where'd they come from?
Where did we come from? You wouldn't believe how many
Oh.
guys wanted to play here. We had to beat them off with a stick.
Hey, that's Smokey Joe Wood. And Mel Ott?
They're all famous players.
Yes, sir.
Rookies.
Unbelievable.
Quite right, Mr. Graham.
Save!
Very 30s, I'd say. Almost 20s or 30s. Which is very interesting. He's messing with him. That's not a strike?
Hey, young.
Oh, probably not.
How about a warning?
Sure. Watch out you don't get killed.
Oh, that's a clean hit. Is there a hint of recognition between them? I think so. Oh man, it's the brother again.
You can live on it rent-free as long as you
What
want.
about the baseball
Ray,
field?
do you realize how much this land is worth?
Yeah.
That's why he's after the land, because it's worth a lot of money.
Daddy, we
Don't pretend to be all nice.
farm.
Karen, please.
Just wait.
People will come
What people, sweetheart?
from all over. They'll just decide to take a vacation, see? And they'll come to Iowa City. You'll think it's really boring, so they'll drive up and want to pay us, like buying a ticket.
That'll just reinforce their beliefs.
Oh. People will come, Ray.
Amazing line delivery.
Come on, Ray.
His resolve will only get stronger.
Not nothing.
And you turn your daughter into a damn space
Get your hands
kid.
off
I'm
her.
trying to help you, damn it!
Dude, what the? This is an unexpected turn.
I'm gonna call emergency.
Annie, wait.
What is happening? Oh! Oh, he can't leave the field once he's on it. I completely forgot he's a doctor and he transformed into that old man.
Hold it steady now.
Does Mark see him now?
Doc. God, you can't go back. You can't go back, can you?
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
When did these ball players get here?
He can see them finally. Is he starting to believe?
You were good.
I guess that's all he wanted to hear. Oh man.
Not sell this farm, Ray. You gotta keep this farm.
Mark.
Ray,
That was oddly emotional.
we're gonna call it a day. Hey, do you want to come with us?
I don't know whether that's the best idea or not.
Out there.
What is out there?
Come and find out.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Why him? I built this field.
I gave an interview.
What interview? What are you talking about?
The one about Evans Field, one that charged you up and sent you all the way to
He
Boston. To find
does
me.
remember. He was lying earlier.
There is something out there, Ray. And if I had the courage to go through with this, what a story it'll make.
I don't think you're coming back though.
You're right about it.
That's what I do.
He hasn't published anything in 17 years. And he's reinvigorated, but I don't think he'll be coming back though.
Take care of this family.
He didn't say yes. He's almost like he knows where he's going. He's so happy to be going.
What are you grinning at, you ghost?
If you build it,
If you build it,
he will come.
Oh my God. It's my father.
dude! I knew it at the back of my head. I knew it, but I just didn't want to say it out loud.
I only saw him years later when he was worn down by life. Look at him.
I just wanted to thank you folks for putting up this field, letting us play here.
His dad always wanted to play Major League Baseball.
I'm Ray. This This is John.
Hi, John.
Hiya, Karen. Well, for me, it's like a dream come true.
It is a field of dreams, is what it is.
Is there a heaven?
Oh, yeah. It's the place dreams come true.
His film is about closure, and he finally has that closure.
Hey, Dad?
Dad? He called him Dad. And that's what he was missing, playing catch with his dad, which he didn't do when he was 17. What about the farm? And the people. And the people! I see lights. I see cars lining up. Just like Dr. Mann said, they'll be compelled to come. Just like Karen said, they're here in droves. What a shot. And that's where the movie ends. Oh my goodness, what a film. My dad was right. Okay, I took a little time to collect my thoughts. First off, what a heartwarming film. I did not expect to get that emotional by the end. It made me want to go hug my dad, which I will do the first opportunity I get. I've never heard of this director, Phil Alden Robinson, before, but I'll definitely be looking him up soon, as I really enjoyed his direction here and his writing. The other strengths of the film were the acting, the writing, the score, editing, and beautiful and metaphorical imagery. I can't think of any outright criticisms of the movie at all. Maybe the unexplained supernatural elements might be unsatisfactory to some, but not to me. To me, it really added to the mystery this film brings, as it made the audience use their imagination, and more importantly, it left a lot to our own imaginations, if that makes any sense. Let's start with the directing and writing by Phil Alden Robinson. This film was based on a book, which I obviously haven't read yet, but do let me know how well it was adapted for screen. First and foremost, this film was about two things: the relationship between a father and son, and about closure. Almost all the dead characters had something in common, which was they had something unfulfilled in their lives. Shoeless Joe and the rest of the players had an unfulfilled career. So did Ray's dad and Mr. Mann and Graham, the other baseball player. The film further deals with regret and time passing by before it's too late. It explores the idea of trying to overcome regret by doing what you believe in, regardless of whatever obstacles come your way. What a beautiful message. Although Ray didn't have the best relationship with his father when he was alive, he refused to play catch. He moved halfway across the country to study in Berkeley, California. He was close with his daughter, Karen. Also, I wanted to mention that Annie was one of the most supportive spouses or even wives I've ever seen on screen. Even when she thought her husband was going a little crazy, she was right there by his side, supporting him. Without the love and support of his family, I don't think any of this would be possible. Ray would not have succeeded at all. If you build it, he will come. That was the central driving force of the film, that phrase. I finally get how important that is and why my dad told me to look out for it. It was mentioned at the beginning and at the end of the film. It was revealed that the he in the "he will come" was not Shoeless Joe, but was in fact his father. And what a revelation that was. I also love the idea of the couple not freaking out when they realize that the other people around them can't see or hear the players. Uh, that was left to the imagination, and I don't think that needed any explanation or it needed to be explored any more than it did. It was fine. The movie didn't have a straightforward antagonist. I mean, the brother Mark was being set up as an antagonist to a point, but then he starts believing, and he saw the players for himself, and he goes like, don't sell the farm," which was awesome. So I don't consider him as an antagonist in the traditional sense. I think the obstacle here was trying to achieve closure, and wow, what a wonderfully, or what a beautiful way to show that. The director did a great job in showing closure. The final 10 minutes of the movie was easily my favorite, as it genuinely brought tears to my eyes, even though I still have my father around. I can only imagine what it felt to people whose parents aren't around anymore. I really can't imagine that. The scene where when Ray calls John dad and finally gets to play catch with him. Dude, that's the stuff that melts hearts. It was a ball. I was a ball of emotional mush by then, if you couldn't tell. It was beautiful. At the end of the day, it's a profound message. Take a risk. Don't hesitate. Believe in yourself and your abilities. Time will pass you by before you know it, and don't let regret catch up to you. Like I said before, the writing of the film was just as excellent as the direction, and if the book is even half as good, I'll definitely be reading it. Moving on to the cinematography of the film, which was pretty good. It was pretty saturated, and I don't think this film was overly stylized or anything, not that it needed it. The camera work was slow and steady, with quite a few fadeaway transitions to show the passage of time. I think the director was trying to take things slow, obviously, almost emulating the camera work from earlier films, like films from the 20s or 30s, when, you know, camera work wasn't that fluid, if that makes any sense. I think it went really well with the aesthetic of the rest of the movie. I found the editing far better though, and at 1 hour 40 minutes, the editor trimmed all the fat from the film to the point that there were only essential scenes left, which was great. So no complaints in that department either. The score of this film was a huge highlight for me, especially those chiming noises and the main motif. It's really memorable. It really evoked an primal emotional response for me. Surprisingly, I did not expect that. I also noticed that when the dead baseball players were playing the game, the composer chose to include songs from their time period, which was a great choice. These are the little details that transform a film from good to great. I know that this was a short review, but that's intentional. I really don't have too many words for this movie. I really loved it. Overall, Field of Dreams was amazing. P.A. Robinson did a great job with the adaptation and the directing. The music was just divine, and the story itself was so beautifully executed that it brought tears to my eyes by the end. Kevin Costner and James Earl Jones really did an amazing job in their roles. I have nothing but love for this movie, and I will be rewatching it in the future. I don't think I can watch this film after my parents are gone, or hopefully if I'm gone before them. But that goes to show the power of movies like this. If you have any other films like this that evoke a primal response from you, please let me know. Believe in yourself, take that risk, go for it, and thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron, subscribe to the channel. Do check out my other videos. Like if you like this video, dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.